Hey everybody, Twin Diggers here, Pat and Pam.
Yeah.
Today is Sunday, and we came out yesterday, and we were going to start digging in our second hole, and we had an absolute downpour of rain, so we had to end it and just had one day today of digging. So we are back. Just a little history. We had someone reach out to us that said they had glass coming up in a section of their yard, and it's third generation family, and the original cabin home was from 1913, and of course everything was thrown on this piece of the property, and nothing would grow around it. So we did our first video with the first hole that we dug, and Pam, if you want to just pan over there, we started a second hole today.
Yeah, we've got it all cleared up, but we took pictures.
We have, yeah. And we actually have already dumped 5 gallon buckets of broken shards in the to be recycled, and tin cans. But we had more glass than we had cans, which was really a good thing. So these are some of the things that we retrieved for the family, and we're in a range from early 30s. Some of the things we found went into 58. So we think that a lot of this was pushed and moved during excavations, and that's how some of this ended up here, because we do have a cork bottle too. So that kind of tells a little story of the age that we're in. So just we'll start down here of just some of the things that we pulled up that we thought were interesting. Of course, this piece of tin, and then this old, really neat old clay pot, or I don't think it was a bowl, but it's quite
I think it was
heavy.
a planter, maybe.
It could be a planter. This big piece of, I think it maybe is a part to maybe an old toilet or something. We're not sure. Don't know if that's to an old crock or not. And that was a lid area that the lid rested on. The old Hilux bottles. We found an old baby bottle with measurements on it, a feeding bottle. And then, of course, the beautifully embossed Hilux on the bottom. And then this here just shows the age. We found some pop bottles that were in here, and this one here, it's actually upside down, but it's kind of interesting. It says it's from the Wine Corporation, and it says reeling and a design pattern, so we're not quite sure what that is from, but we like to save shards on some of the interesting manufacturers that we're not familiar with. A piece of an old mason jar, which we're lucky we even found that, just with everything being all broken up.
Number 5 on there.
Yeah. And then these really heavy stoneware coffee mugs. I'm not going to lift them because this one's busted, but embossed in there, it says Victor. And then Pam, you can just
pan in on
that one and see if anyone's ever heard of that. And we found this old, probably like a wine glass. The stem was broken off on it.
Really heavy too.
Yeah, very heavy glass.
You know, when I first saw that come out of the hole, it was popped out kind of like this. And I thought it was maybe at the top of an insulator.
Yeah.
And then when I started getting it out, I thought, oh, that's a beautiful, very old and heavy, probably a wine flute or glass of some kind.
We did find a few of the cobalt blue jars, even bigger than this, but broke, unfortunately. It has that real pretty blue in it. And so that was unfortunate, but we did get amber bottles and green bottles and little bottles, which we love. All different variants of the amber, and these are all some type of medicine bottles. These amber and the green ones along here. We think maybe this one in particular is a little perfume bottle, It has, Pam, did you say it had not for sale separately? I think this was a sample.
Revlon, doesn't it?
Yeah,
On the bottom.
it's Revlon. So we think this was a little perfume bottle. This here is an aspirin bottle, and on the side of that it says St. John's.
St. Joseph's.
Or St. Joseph's.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go away, Aunt. And just this one was melted, but we thought that was kind of cute. You know, the pit we were digging in obviously had burn in it. So just really cute little jars. The green medicine, all different sizes. These had the Bakelite caps still on them, which is always fun. And then this square green little bottle. This has a crack in the back, and we won't be able to keep that, but we thought we would just show you just the variants of the colors that we found today.
And these two little ones here too, just really tiny.
Yeah.
Not sure what could have been in those.
Yeah. And we found a lot of the Bakelite caps, and particularly these three here have joy on them. And we did look that up, and this is a larger bottle, which I'll jump over to, but this is dishwashing soap. And so we were hoping to find the smaller sizes that would fit those caps. So Joy is for hand soap, for dishwashing soap, so that was kind of fun. This is a very old ketchup bottle. See all the panels on it, but the top is very interesting. I'm not sure what type of lid would have been on that, but it certainly isn't a screw top, and it's not a cork top. I'm sure some of our bottle experts out there would know what type this is. In the bottom also, it just has some numbers on it, and has like a stop sign type manufacturer in the middle with an 8. So not sure if, I'm pretty sure it's Heinz. I don't know if it would be a Hunt's, but pretty sure that that's
It looks like Heinz,
Heinz
the way
ketchup.
the way that they would look.
Medicine bottle, again with the top on it.
I like all of those lines on there.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
And then this still has a little bit of a label on it, but again, it appears to be a medicine type bottle. Probably had aspirin in it. This is real cute. It actually looks like a little dress, and this has Avon on the bottom of it. So we think that was a little perfume bottle. It's got kind of a neat little shoulder on it. It looks like a, so that was cute. This is the cork top that I spoke about that we also pulled out, and it had just a little bit of a label that's on there. I'm not sure what it is, but how interesting that something can be in this ground for 100 years and still have part of the label intact on it. So that was really cool. And this this jar, I think it's a little more modern, but it still has the old anchor for anchor hocking on it. So that is an older manufacturer design on there. Now they had the A with the H, the newer. So I'm thinking this is probably 37. And
you know what? It does kind of look like a peanut butter jar, doesn't it?
A little bit, yeah. I'm not.
It looks like there's some embossing on the bottom there.
It does say Duraglass here on the bottom.
Good.
Yeah. And then two of these, which we were amazed that the size of these were actually intact because, you know, of what we're digging here. These on the bottom, it's just was 1958, and obviously we think it was just some kind of a soda bottle. It says no deposit, no return.
Let me see. Can you hold the bottom up so I can look at it?
There, like that. Yeah. This one also. So we'll get that in the sunlight. Perfect, huh?
Yeah, that's pretty.
And this, I think, was a jam jar, possibly by the bottom, or maybe a mustard jar. But some of this was in a fire, and you could see all the soot that's inside of that one. And then again, this is a larger bottle of the Joy dish soap. And so
That is really a neat design.
Yeah. And then this bottle's really interesting. Put it in the sunlight. It has an L and an M going all the way around it. And then the bottom, I don't know if you can see that, the writing on there. So I believe it's M-A-U-L-L, like mall.
We'll have to look that up and see what that is.
This one definitely we're gonna take a peek at. This one here is really cool. Got all these cool fancy panels on here, little art deco. Obviously a label would have gone on here. There is a V that is embossed on both sides of the bottle, and the cap that was on it is a V. One would think it's Vicks, but we are not sure. There is an old, if anyone knows the age of this, I think it's from the 32 or 42.
Okay. Yeah, it says 56 there and then a 2 on the other side.
This is usually the side of the year.
Yeah,
This
that is
where it
really
was
a
made.
neat bottle.
Yeah.
And what is the top? If you can take the top off, Pat, of it. Okay, look at that.
So that's why I
Just
think
a
maybe it's a
little hole.
hair tonic, or it doesn't really looks like it could be Vicks, but this is something definitely that we're gonna look up and
Yeah, that is neat.
see what that is for. And then this bottle is pretty cool. It says Minneapolis Min, and it says Purity Company. It's hard to see. Purity Company there. I believe it's a soda. My foot's asleep.
Is there something on the bottom? No?
Yeah.
There's just a couple little things.
It's Illinois, Owens, Illinois glass, and I believe this is, it could be 46 or 1956. And it has the contents, and it's 7 fluid ounces on there.
That's neat.
So that
is really neat.
It's so thick and heavy.
Yeah.
It's probably why it didn't get, busted all up when they were moving all this stuff around.
All right. Well, where do you want to go next, sis?
Well, let's start back here so I don't forget.
Okay.
We just like to, this is here, we'll just start here. My finger's no way. This is an old metal clasp to a ace bandage. It's kind of cool. We found this unique thing, and this, don't know what it is, but it's embossed. It says New York School of Dancing. So, not sure, obviously it was melted a little bit, but that was kind of interesting. This red piece of crockery, which is really neat. Wish we would have found more of that. And then just some of the embossing on some of the older broken bottle that we found. And Pam really liked this one. It has Garrett on it.
Yep, Garrett.
Let's see if we can get some sun on it a little bit. Oh, your camera's kind of blocking it, but there
you go. There it goes. Yeah.
So
that's nice.
that's too bad.
Really beautiful embossing on that.
The slug plate on it.
And then this one here, since Pat's on the back, it says Balm Argent, A-R-G-E-N-T, and then it says 10 fluid ounces.
Yeah, so I've never.
We
heard
have to
of
look that one up
Yeah.
too, but look at how thick that glass is. That was really cool.
And then Pam found this, and we're just not able to make it out. But the ACL that stayed on it, we thought was pretty interesting.
It says, I'm wondering if it's some kind of like a Windex. It says, no, dishes, glass, windows.
Could be.
That was pretty cool. It's too bad that this was broken off up here, or we would have been able to see maybe perhaps what the name was on it.
Yeah. These two items were probably our greatest finds. And what makes these so personal is our current owner of the property said that he believes that these were his grandmother's. So we're going way back in time. This, I'm sure, at one point had gold gild on the top of it. This is brass, and it's a hair clip. And unfortunately, there's no manufacturing at all on here. And I tried to do some research on it, but boy, it's really hard to find something like this style with a barrette. So that was really a neat find. And then this, also very old.
About 1920s, we're thinking.
It was
Pat?
about 1920s, and the C that's on here, from the what I can find, is it was Coty, C-O-T-Y. It is,
Cosmetics.
yeah, it's not CoverGirl. This is way old, but it's heavy, and we got it unseized. We soaked it in some super hot water, and I could see
And
why.
some WD-40
And
on it, too.
WD-40. The owner helped try to get this thing open as well. And you could see this heavy brass. It was empty.
It is beautiful.
Yeah,
Absolutely beautiful.
real pretty.
And
It's a
then
little lock.
what cleaner did you use on that to get that so beautiful?
I used Brasso. We found these yesterday before we got rained out.
Yeah.
I used Brasso on this, and then soaked it in really hot water.
Boy, are those pretty.
Yeah, and the owner had tried to put some WD-40 in it to get
Sure.
it to open.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
another neat thing, this is a real heavy cap. It's almost porcelain-like. And it says Hudson Bay Company on it. And it actually feels like it's porcelain. It's the backside
And the
of it.
cork is right in the middle there. Whatever's left of it.
Yeah, so
That's really neat.
That was really,
We have to
cool.
also investigate that too to see
what that is.
see what that is.
We found, I mean, can you imagine these being in the ground all these years? We are in packed clay, and these two light bulbs survived. We think they're maybe for blinker lights on an old car.
Yeah.
We don't know, but if anyone may have an idea, they're amber color, and these are really cool.
I can't believe that those weren't broken.
Yeah.
They're so in such beautiful shape.
Yeah, really neat.
Your hands are dirty. I can see it in that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've been working.
Doesn't matter if we wear gloves, you guys. You can still get dirt in there.
Yeah. This old button, maybe I don't think it's Bakelite, but it was an old blue button. That's the only thing. Kids-wise, 2 little marbles. And it was kind of fun that we found those. And I wish we could have found more, maybe as we continue.
Yeah, with the next phase.
2 different, actually 3 different styles of fuses. And this one has a round top on it.
And there's embossing on it too, on the glass.
There's embossing. Got that. This one has more of a like stop sign edge around it. Let me get that so
That's
you can
cool.
see it.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's neat. These are way older, and there's barely see some of the embossing on that. I would imagine there's maybe a piece of glass in the center of it
I would think
at one
so.
time that
Sure.
just broke over the years.
Yeah.
And then this one's really cool. It's got some really nice embossing on it. Is my finger in the way?
No, I got it. I'm trying to get this. That looks good.
Cool. And then we came across this little weird thing. It's got this little loop on the end. This is a glass, some kind of a stopper
Must have
for
been it for a bottle.
medical or something. Not a stopper.
Well, it would have been on a stopper then,
Yeah,
probably
on a
on the
stopper.
bottle. Yeah.
Look at that. That I can't believe that this didn't get shattered in everything. It was really cool. We found these before, but never with
Yeah, never with that hook
with
like
the hook
that.
on the end of it.
That is weird, isn't it?
Yeah. And this was really cool. This was a child's little porcelain teacup. Look at
Teacup,
that
yeah.
beautiful blue that's in there.
Isn't that pretty?
That is so cool. And of course, you know, we save our shards for projects that we do. And
Where do you want to
here's-
go next?
We'll continue here.
Okay.
Here's some of them. We have more in our bucket, but
Yep.
this actually was a match, which is nice. Now, we looked this up, and There is
I think it's on
on
the other
this
one.
side.
Yep.
We're gonna just have you hone in on that. I looked this up and I came up with 1930s
Mm-hmm.
for this.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's beautiful. I mean, look
Yeah.
at the design and just how it's painted, and
yeah, it's really
very, very
yeah,
unique.
very different. And here's a little bit more of it too that we were able to retrieve. And this was really pretty. This old Fiesta. I mean, look at the blue
It's so beautiful.
that is in there. And yeah, this was great finding these for additional shards. Really pretty. This fuse, or not a fuse,
Insulator.
insulator, this actually came from the original cabin from 1913. And that is cool, that porcelain that's on there. And then we found this neat little Jello tin. It was kind of crunched up, but man, did that ever hold its shape? I mean, it's you know, I don't.
That is neat.
Yeah. So I thought that was really cute. To me, it looked like a little kid's bunt pan, but
Yeah.
I think it was for Jello molds.
I think it is a
something
Jell-O
like
mold.
that. And then, of course, we always find bones. So those are house bones, probably pot roast and such. And then
This is just what was left from our digging. We, like Pat said, we already brought up several 5-gallon buckets full of stuff
But-
to the trash.
the porcelain and stoneware shards, we did get rid of all the glass, but this is the things that we wash up and use for our birdhouse projects that we have.
Right. Yep.
So we had a great day. We've had a lot of rain, and it has been an incredible wet spring. We have not been able to get back to the wonderful farmstead permission that we were at. It's just so overgrown right now from all the rain, and we're going to be back there this fall.
Right.
But we miss being there as well. So we're going to be back and start another section where there's still glass coming up, and I think we found some really cool things to give back to the homeowner.
I think so too.
Yeah. But thank you everyone for watching. We'll have the still pictures on our Twin Diggers Minnesota Facebook page, and like and share, and please let people know about us and our efforts and what we're doing, and we greatly appreciate it. And thanks so much for watching and following us.
Take care.
All right, everybody.
Bye.
Bye now.